So it's been over a month since the last Nintendo Direct, which of course ended with the reveal for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time getting a full remake on the Nintendo Switch 2. And since then, we have not had any updates or information about this game, and people have just been very hungry because that reveal did leave a lot to be desired, as we just got like one very small glimpse of Link sleeping in terms of what looks to be actual gameplay footage, but then besides that, it was all just kind of very teasery stuff with like the whole tapestry and all of that. And most recently, people have been sending me something that apparently tells you like what day the pre-orders are gonna open for the Ocarina of Time remake and the pre-order bonus and stuff, and I looked more into it and I saw that people were getting excited and getting ready for something to happen, but I feel like that the truth for this might be a little bit more disappointing than what people are thinking. With the release of Pokemon Champions, Pokemon battles are now accessible to a whole new audience of mobile players, but not every phone can get the game. Maybe you don't have the gigabytes of free storage available, or your smartphone is overheated and can't run the game. That's where Moomoo Player comes in. Moomoo Player is the ultimate next-generation Android emulator, perfect for running the newest games. Many other Android emulators have issues such as poor performance, lag, and constant update compatibility issues, but Moomoo Player offers flawless stability with high frame rates and beautiful graphics. It has an Android 12+15 dual system, giving risk-free flexibility, easy to install updates for games like Pokemon Champions, and broader game compatibility with even overseas regional versions of games opening perfectly smoothly. On top of that, it comes in with built-in auto-translation and a game booster, so even if you're playing a version in another language, you'll have zero trouble jumping right in. And here's the best part, it's completely free to experience. The installation process is very simple, and you can start playing games like Pokemon Champions in amazing quality like I have here with just a few clicks on PC or Mac. There's many customizable options for whatever kind of PC or system you might have, and I was able to get the game running incredibly smoothly with high quality visuals. Check out Moomoo Player from the link in the description or the pinned comment below, and thank you so much to Moomoo Player for collaborating with me. Alright, so what's going on? Well, it seems like a lot of people are talking about this, where it says here, rumor, Zelda Ocarina of Time remake pre-orders could begin on the 4th of August. And it says down here, a Turkish account may have discovered when pre-orders of the highly anticipated Ocarina of Time remake kick off. The account checked the Google cache for the listing on GameStop, which says that the release date is August 4th, which is most likely the date when pre-orders begin and has since been removed. The game will also come with some form of pre-order bonus. Nintendo has not announced yet when the pre-orders will begin for the Ocarina of Time remake. And so here is like an image of what people have been discovering, where if we take a look right here on Google, I guess this person like typed in site, GameStop, Ocarina of Time, switch to pre-order, and then it shows up this here where we can see like on the GameStop website, it has the Ocarina of Time remake listed, and then it says release date August 4th, 2026, which obviously the game isn't going to come out next month, it can't be that close, but it might make more sense to think that this is just going to be the day that the pre-orders open and you're going to be able to start pre-ordering the game there. And it also does say here in all caps that there is a pre-order bonus too, so maybe that means that there is going to be some extra little thing that you're also going to get from GameStop. But it looks like that might not really be the case, as if we take a look at the very credible leaker Nate the Hate, he is saying right here, no, GameStop didn't leak the pre-order date nor price for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. For whatever reason, Google is pulling the release date and pricing information for Beast of Reincarnation, which releases on August 4th, and the standard edition retails for $59.99. So that was another thing that a lot of people were talking about here too, where it was like they were seeing in the images here that apparently it also mentions that the pricing is going to be $59.99, but this image right here is actually even more weird because it says here available on PS5, Xbox Series, so like that already should have been a red flag. Like obviously this is not true. I guess for some other things here, like this person, when they searched it, it didn't show up, but the point is it seems like GameStop's kind of back-end system is just kind of all wonky and it's like pulling random information, because we also have somebody else here who is saying that the release date's going to be 8/27 and that the price is going to be $49.99, so clearly really like GameStop's like backend is just pulling a lot of random information, and because of that, it's just showing up as all of these types of things. So I don't really think that the release date for this is going to be on August, or like this is when the pre-orders open, but it's very well that we might be getting some type of announcement or something around August regardless, because I do think that the possibility of that is pretty likely. I mean, I've been telling you guys for a while that the next Nintendo Direct is likely going to happen in September, as we usually get like a fall Nintendo Direct, but I don't really think that that's going to be the next time that we see the Ocarina of Time remake, because it just feels like that's kind of cutting it too close, because the game's probably going to be like their big holiday game, so it's going to come out maybe towards like the end of October, sometime in November, so having like the actual gameplay reveal and everything happening like in mid-September when we get the September Direct, it just seems like it's really kind of too close to everything and not really giving enough time to really have like the marketing and kind of having hype be generated by just showing stuff on Twitter and posting new stuff about it. So that's why I feel like we're actually going to get the information about this game earlier, and what I've been saying for the longest time is that it's going to be in the form of a Zelda Direct. This year is of course the 40th anniversary for the entire Zelda franchise, and Nintendo has done things for the Zelda anniversaries in the past where they've released collectibles like this Game & Watch accessory and stuff like that, but they haven't done anything this year for Zelda's 40th anniversary, which to me really feels like they might be saving it for a Zelda anniversary presentation or direct or something, and this can definitely also be where they talk about the Zelda movie, because that does need some new information too. The only thing that we have right now is just a few pictures of the actors and actresses for Link and Zelda in like some field, and the movie's coming out in like April of next year, so like we need to see like a teaser and what the premise of this movie is going to be like with the story and some of the other stuff about it, like actually like some type of like footage for it. So I feel like a Zelda Direct or something like that, and then having it inside of there, I could definitely see Miyamoto coming on there and talking a little bit about like what this movie's going to be about and what they're planning for it and all of that, and then this can also be a great segue into then going into the Zelda Ocarina of Time remake and how this is like their really iconic game, and they would really want to have it like reborn for the Nintendo Switch 2 and give us kind of like a little deep dive with the gameplay and what they're doing, and I feel like that makes a ton of sense, and that would then be like probably when pre-orders open right after that presentation. We'll get the box art and everything official for it, so it just makes a lot of sense to have something like that to me than really waiting all the way until September for the September Direct to really get more information about the game. And so hopefully that does happen pretty soon. I actually do think August is a really open month for Nintendo to have announcements and do things, because I don't think that there's any major release for the Switch 2 like from Nintendo themselves that's coming out in August, because we've seen that this month we're getting of course Splatoon Raiders, which comes out this following Thursday, and then the week after that we've got the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and then September we've got Fire Emblem and other stuff after, but I don't think that there's anything in August. So I think August is completely open to really just have any type of Zelda presentation or Zelda anniversary direct or something at any point. So that's why I really feel like it just makes a lot of sense to have something then, and maybe they'll have some other surprise announcements and things too. So August I feel like is the perfect opportunity to get more information on the game. But yeah, unfortunately, this GameStop stuff that's going around right now, it doesn't really seem like there's any reason to believe it, and it's kind of just their system being a little bit wonky and causing all of these like dates and things to appear. But that being said, I still feel like that there is a pretty good chance that we could see something about the Ocarina of Time remake in a Zelda Direct or anniversary presentation or something around August regardless, so hopefully we will get an announcement for that in the coming weeks. But either way, I'm very excited for this game. It's probably going to be one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch 2, just because I think Ocarina of Time is probably like one of the best Zelda games and one of my favorite games of all time in general. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more Nintendo videos, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. When do you think that we're going to see more information on the Zelda Ocarina of Time remake? Are you going to be getting it? Are you looking forward to a collector's edition or a special edition for the Switch 2 system? How do you feel about everything? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.